Hey, what up, y'all? This is Pink, the ice cream man, checking in live and direct from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Tonight, man, I'll bring you back part two of Club Shay Shay interview with Mo Nique. Let's get right down to it, man.
You don't do the family thing, and I'm gonna bring this up. I wasn't gonna do it, but damn it, this seat.
I say you might want to have another
Look,
over.
this seat make you go, truth. Tell it. No, tell the damn truth. God damn it, tell the truth, because family is sacred.
It's supposed to be,
and we don't cross the line with family.
Mm-hmm.
And people begin to get comfortable to jump on the Mo Nique bandwagon of Mo Nique doing things wrong, and she doing this and she doing that. And there's a brother named D.L. Hughley.
Yep.
And until he take accountability, I won't let it go.
Oh, what?
Because what would you get ready to say?
I was gonna say, what did DL do?
Let me tell you. Baby, that voice went up, didn't it? DL is friend. He like, that's my friend.
No, I've met DL on several occasions. I don't know DL like that. Okay. Do I know DL say like I know an earthquake? No. Do I know since I've interviewed Cat, had several conversations with him, do I know DL on that level? No.
Right. See, when we say family is sacred,
right? Family
is sacred. And we know that you don't cross the line when it comes to family.
Correct.
Right? I do DL's radio show.
Yes.
DL Hughley is not there. His team is there.
Mm-hmm.
And Shannon, we having a great time. I mean, baby, we having a great time. We going forward, back and forth. When we get to the end of the show, they say, Mo Nique, you want to play a game? Well, I want to play. I said, sure, sugar. Let's play a game. And it's a game called Would You Rather.
Oh.
Okay? Now,
Mo, you should have said I'm too old for this game.
Wait a minute. We're having fun, baby. Right? We're having a good time, okay, Shannon. Okay. It's the sister there and there's two other guys. We're having a great time. It's a beautiful Black unity cookout. Okay. We're having a good time.
Okay.
Would you say your wife was your family? Is that considered family?
Yeah.
So your husband is considered family,
Absolutely.
Right? Okay. So here we go. They said, Mo Nique, we want to play a game of Would You Rather. Let's go. Would you rather your husband sleep with Lee Daniels with a condom or Corinne Steffens without one?
Really, Mo Nique?
Now, as y'all are watching right now who haven't heard this story, y'all going, they doing the same thing in the studio. They going, okay. That is exactly what happened. Now, I said to the team, how does that uplift our community? I said, sister, and her name is Jasmine, how could you ask another sister that? Well, we just planned. I said, tell me the joke in that, because I don't know what you're insinuating. Then you're involving people that have nothing to do with nothing. Like, what are y'all doing? So I said, I'm going to call my brother, DL. I'm going to call my brother. I call DL Hughley on the phone. I say, hey, baby. Yeah.
Huh?
That's how he responds. Yeah.
Did he know it was you?
Yes, because they called him to let him know Mo Nique's going to be calling. Right. Like this, it was getting crazy.
Right.
I'm like, just let me get on the phone with my brother. Right. Yeah. Hey, DL. Yeah. I said, listen, I just got off the phone with your team and they wanted to play this game, Would You Rather? And it was like, stupid, like asking me about my husband and Lee Daniels and Corinne Steffens, and his exact words were, that's how we do it. I said, DL, how does that uplift our community? And again, I don't know what y'all trying to insinuate, but brother, what you doing? Like I said, that's just how we do it. So it is what it is. Now, it got so ugly that my attorney had to send a cease and desist. So it never aired. So we have, like, when Cat Williams talk and people, truth tellers talk, we have receipts to everything we're saying. That's how that whole thing got started. Okay? It's family. My husband is my family.
Yeah.
Now, you babies that are really good with this internet, through the years, I've watched DL speak ill of me. Through the years. I never knew DL Hughley had a problem with me. But when Cat said they all a group, He forgot to put D.L. Hughley in the group. Through the years, I was bitter. I was dangerous with what I was doing, saying that it was inequality. My husband didn't know what he was doing. This went on through the years. I was unloved, all of these things. And I said to myself, I'ma see you. I'ma see you. I didn't go on nobody's show. I didn't say nothing to nobody, but I knew the time would come that I would see him. We were scheduled to do a show in Los Angeles. I was the headliner of that show. His name was on it, then his name came off. I didn't question it, but I knew I'ma see him, right?
Eventually.
Okay, now we have a show in Detroit. Contractually, I was the headliner. D.L. Hughley posted a memo. Now, when you signed your deal for the Ravens, did you sign a contract or a memorandum?
I signed a contract.
You see how you say that? Like anybody that knows good business, you signed. The memo is saying this is what I would like,
right?
But the contract is saying this is what it is. Okay.
Yes.
He put out a memo to our community, and that touched me a little different because I was saying, why would you lie to our babies? Because now they're thinking if they send somebody a memo, that's what they're supposed to get. Okay. I was contractually signed to go as the headliner.
Right. I mean, you go last.
D.L. Hughley didn't come into the building until 9:30. Now, contractually, I said I have to be on stage by 9:30 because if the show starts at 8, I refuse to keep an audience waiting.
Right.
That is disrespectful to the audience.
Correct.
When I went out on that stage, Shannon, I made sure everything I said, he heard me. Because now you're here and I'm going to say it to you. And I said some things on that stage that I said he was cowardly. And some folks said, how could you say that? How could you do that? And then I posted some things to say, this is what I meant. See, you came after my husband. And when you had a chance to fix it, when you had a chance to say, Mo, my bad, you know, we don't even get down like that.
Right.
You told me it is what it is. And until he's brave enough and courageous enough to say, this is what really happened, y'all. Y'all have never known me to be no shit starter. Folks ain't never known me to go over and kick a sandwich out of somebody's hand that's hungry. But what people do know is if you kick me, damn if I ain't gonna kick you back.
Right.
Because that's fair play.
Right.
So there was one left out the pack. And when you have people that continually don't take accountability, that's why you see us in the state of affairs we're in.
I'm a firm believer, Mo, that everybody don't play the same. And someone once told me, what is joke to you is death to someone else.
What is joke? That's why we don't play with people's families.
No.
When we had the Mo Nique show, the radio show, listen, you can't come on here and speak ill of no one because we don't play like that because we know how this business works.
Right.
So when you allow that to happen, what do you think is going to come back your way? What do you think? And D.L. Hughley, please, no, brother, we still love you. Just take accountability for it. And we move forward.
I remember reading something about the situation in Detroit. I didn't know the depth of the magnitude of it. I remember reading something about a memo about, I guess it's an addendum that was added on, but the contract is the contract.
The contract is the contract. And what happens is because of the messenger, it was easy to pile on. It was easy to pile on. And then when you have some of our Black folk that go sit in front of a white man and speak ill of their people, I'm like, y'all, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we coming to that we're going to sit in front of this white man? I can't even say his name. I refuse. Everybody know who he is. We sit in front of him and we just let this man say any and everything about us. And then we go right in with him. Now see, that to me is dangerous. And y'all babies that's good with this little computer, don't.
DJ Blad's who she talking about, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, I watch Blad every day. I've been fucking with Blad for about 10 years now. Blad got good content. You know what I'm saying? I check for him, but that's what she's talking about. DJ Blad.
Take my word. You can just go through the years of this cat just running his mouth. And it's like, stop doing that because what are we saying to the babies coming behind us?
We're going to continue this, but I want to get into where you're from, the DMV.
Yeah.
Do you realize, like Chappelle, Martin, Tommy Davidson, Earthquake, yourself, what's in the soil in the DMV that got you guys? I mean, you've done television, stand up. All these guys have done television and stand up and are great at it. When you look at like Chappelle walked away from it and said, nah, I'm going to do my own thing because I'm not going to let you guys hold me hostage.
Yes.
But Martin still does television. Tommy Davidson doesn't do as much television. Quake is not in television. But he has, has all his gigs going on. When you look at the success that a Chappelle, Martin, Earthquake is having, and you say, hold on, ain't none of them guys win no Oscar. Ain't none of them guys did what I did in on the movie set. And they're having the commercial sets that they're having. That should be Mo.
If I was a white woman, do you know what my name would be?
Wealthy.
Melissa McCarthy.
Damn.
Oh my goodness.
If I was a white woman, my name would be Melissa McCarthy. Same track record. 5-year sitcom and syndication. Same track record. The opportunities are not the same. So when you have, and as you read all of those things off, and you say, wait a minute, Mo, none of them have this, none of them have that. We get judged by a different stick. We get judged by a different stick. And then when I had people judging me, I'm like, you judging me by your yardstick. You've not done what I've done. And I say that humbly. You've not had the accomplishments that I had. Right. When I hear Brother D.L. Hughley say, with that Netflix special, I just accepted anything, whatever they gave me. These are not my words, they're his.
Right.
Well, that's how you do business. I'm not mad at you accepting anything.
Right.
Why are you mad at me saying I won't accept anything?
Right.
That's the difference. Mm-hmm. It's like people were judging me. I was hearing people, Shannon, okay, I didn't know we had so many tender people in our group.
Yeah.
I didn't know we had so many tender love. I didn't know we had so many tender people, and I wouldn't want to be on the front line with these tender people where it's like, oh, I can't believe you said that. I can't. But is what I said the truth? Is what I said the truth? Mm-hmm. No, I didn't put no sugar on it. Right. It was shit.
Right.
And I didn't try to make it taste good. We got to stop running away from what is real, and we run into fantasy. And that's how come we keep staying where we sit.
Mo, before you became Mo Nique that everybody has seen over the last 2-3 decades, what were some of the jobs that you had that you like, man, this ain't for me? I mean, this is just a holdover. It's just a breeze.
Every job I had, baby, it was special.
Was it?
Every job I had, baby.
You were the best at it.
Let me tell you something. I worked at the drive-thru in Popeyes. I worked in the drive-thru in Popeyes, and that was my microphone. Every time somebody came to that window, I was on stage. Welcome to Popeyes. My name is Mo Nique. What would you like today? And they would say, hey, Mo Nique, I'm Shannon. Hey, Shannon, how you doing, baby? What's your order? And you give me your order. And then I say, would you like a hot apple pie with that, Shannon? You say, you know what, Mo Nique, I sure would. Come on around here, baby. Let me see you. Listen here, Popeyes, where my damn money? Because I was a seller, baby. If you wanted a 2-piece, I gave you 4.
Damn.
You wasn't going to lose no weight coming through my damn window, Shannon. That's why I ain't lost no damn weight. What I sold, I ate. If you got 2 pieces, I ate 2 of them. Welcome to Popeyes. Hey, baby, come on now.
So that was your microphone. That was the beginning of Mo Nique because you was owning. Did you know that's what you were doing?
What I knew I was doing was walking in my dream. The microphone said it's possible. When I stood in my bathroom mirror and I wrapped the towel around me, and it didn't go all the way. I wasn't devastated. Okay, I don't know if they just didn't have enough money to buy me a whole damn towel, but I would still stand there, and that was my gown.
Right.
And I would pick up that brush, and I would say, I would like to thank. So I've always seen it.
Did you always know that was Oscar always in the back of your mind? Did you always?
Oscar was never in my mind.
You just wanted to be in TV? You wanted to be in show business? What aspect did you want to do?
I wanted to be famous. I loved what it looked like with people being famous. I didn't know to say, I want to be wealthy with the fame. Right. I didn't know to be specific to ask for it, but I wanted to be famous.
Who did you know that looked like Mo Nique that was famous?
Oprah Winfrey. So do you see how far this relationship goes? Mm-hmm. That's who I knew that looked like me. See, when people always ask me about the Oscar, right? But no one ever asked me about the Image Award. No one ever said to me, what did it feel like when they called your name for the NAACP Image Award? And they were people that looked like me, because we put so much weight on that award that it's such an honor. And it's an honor for any award.
Right.
Not just that one, but as a little girl, I never watched the Oscars because nobody looked like me winning. So I was like, this is not for me, but when I watched the Image Award, baby, those people look like me.
Right.
The BET Awards, those people look like me. So I was honored the first time they called my name for an Image Award. When I tell you, Shannon, that night, baby, when they called this little fat girl name from Baltimore and the award goes to Mo Nique, well, listen here. I got so good with them calling my name, and this is what had to humble me. You will get humbled, baby, when you just think they get ready to call your name. I had won it like 3 years in a row. This the 4th year.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, call my name again, Shay Shay. Let me situate myself in my chair. Right?
Do I look good?
So here come the category.
Okay.
Hey, baby. The best actress in a sitcom. They named me, Tisha Campbell, and I cannot remember the other sisters, right? I know they get ready to say, and the award goes to Mo Nique. So I got to, because I'm a big girl, you got to scoot up.
Yeah.
So you can be ready to push up, right? So I scoots up and get my gown together. And the winner is Tisha Campbell. I said, all right, girl, I want to get that. That humbled my ass and sat right back down. But it was never the Oscar for me, baby.
Right.
It was never the Oscar for me.
So how did stand-up happen?
Stand-up happened on a dare. My brother came home one day and said he went down to the comedy club to do open mic night. And he did so bad. He said they was booing me, but I was 6 beers in. So I thought the booze was applause. So my boy had to say, man,
nah, bro,
this is stinking, right? So we cleaning out the pool. And he says, I said, if I was there, I would have said, and that was 30 minutes of what I would have said. Then he said, I dare you to go down next Wednesday and do open mic night. It was a club called Burke's in Baltimore. I went down that next Wednesday, Shannon, and I got a standing ovation. And from that moment to this moment.
Were you hooked?
I was. It is nothing like, and I'm sure you can appreciate it, understand, when you walk out on that football field and you walk and you smell it and you walking into it and that little boy in you says, I'm here. I'm still there. That little girl in me is still saying, I'm here, but I'm a grown woman.
Right.
And I'm saying, now that I'm here, you got to pay for it fairly. If not, I'm good. I just have to walk away.
How different is that Mo Nique? Not just in age, but how different is that Mo Nique to the one that's sitting right here on this couch?
Oh, she grew up.
That one was naive. Were you ever naive?
Yes. When you first come to Hollywood, Shannon, and I got a show called The Parkers. After I was in Hollywood less than 90 days.
Wow.
90 days. And you have agents and you have managers and you have attorneys, right? And they're telling you all the good things. And everybody always said to me, you want to get the syndication.
Yes.
You want to get the syndication. Once you get the syndication, you work because you want to work. Right?
So syndication is what, 5 years, 100 episodes?
Syndication is 100 episodes.
Okay.
Right? So that's all I knew. I didn't know to ask to be an executive producer of my own image. And nobody told me. I didn't know to ask for that. I didn't know to ask for after the 3rd year of being on a successful sitcom that you could say, I now need a bonus. I didn't know to even negotiate that. And no one told me to negotiate that.
They're definitely not going to tell you.
All they kept saying is, when you get the syndication, when you get the syndication, when you get the syndication. Well, 3 years in, the Parkers was in syndication. Now, no one told me that. You learn it once you open your eyes, because now I'm going around the country doing promos. The Parkers is coming on at 4 o'clock in your city. The Parkers will be on at 2:30 in Sacramento. Y'all make sure y'all watch the Parkers. It's coming on. I'm not knowing I'm promoting the show in syndication. No one told me that. All we're doing is saying if we get to 5 years, we got to 5 years. 110 episodes. Me and a beautiful young lady named Countess Vaughn, who was my baby to this day. We had the Laverne and Shirley law, right? We're supposed to be equal.
Yeah.
Once we got to the 5 years, our attorney, my attorney, and the agents said, oh, the Parkers made money. Y'all gonna get paid from the Parkers. It's made money. Okay. Years go by. By 2004, the Parkers, we went off the air in 2004, right? In 5 years, by 2009, the Parkers had made $800 million.
Damn.
You're like, oh yeah.
Stay with me.
Money. Yeah.
Hey, come on. Hey, yeah. All right. Okay. Because we waiting to get this money, Shannon. Check is coming. We get a call. We got to do an audit, and everything. Okay. And that was in 2009 that it made $800 million. We're now in 2024. And they're trying to convince Countess Vaughn and I that show made no money.
No.
They're trying to convince us that a show that cost roughly $65 million to make. In our last year of shooting the Parkers, Countess Vaughn and I made $55,000 a piece.
That's it? How much were you making an episode?
$55,000 an episode.
Okay, so how many episodes did you shoot that last
5 years? That last year we shot 22 episodes.
Okay.
We made $55,000 a piece at the end of a top-rated sitcom.
Hold on, time out. Are you saying you made $55,000 for 22 episodes, or are you saying you made $55,000 per episode? Because I want to make sure I'm hearing you.
Let me make sure you hear me correctly. We did 22 episodes.
Yes.
We were paid $55,000 per episode.
Okay.
For 22 shows.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's on a hit show.
Right.
That is unheard of.
Yeah.
Because we're two Black women. I don't know to fight for it.
Right.
Countess is a baby in this business. So I don't know to say that
we should be making $100,000, $150,000, $200,000 an episode.
Yeah.
So now today, y'all want to convince us that show made no money? That show has made over $2 billion, and I'm guesstimating. And you want to convince us that our percentage, we made no money? We can't allow that to happen.
Right.
That's why we're fighting. That's why we're saying, no, guys, we can't sit on our hands like that.
Right.
You know how many of us, when you watch Good Times, when you watch The Jeffersons, when you watch Sanford and Son, whose family is benefiting from our images? Because the damn show ain't ours.
Wow.
You see why I fight the way I fight?
Yeah.
Because if it does not make sense, you have to explain it. And I'll go back to Tyler Perry. You know why Tyler Perry don't want to talk to my husband? Because he can't talk around him. My husband don't care nothing about that man's money. We don't care nothing about your title. We care about your character, brother. We care about your integrity.
And what you gonna pay? What you gonna pay?
How you gonna make it right? How you gonna make it right? Because if I am your Aunt Mary, and I really belong to you, as I really belong to you right now, Shannon, I am your sister. And you heard something that was wrong.
Yeah. How can Tyler Perry make it right, Mo? Give you a job, give you a sitcom, say, Mo, okay, you know what, Mo? Sitcom, you're gonna be the executive producer.
I would love to see Mo Nique work with Tyler Perry. I really would.
I'm gonna be a co-executive producer. You're gonna do the sitcom.
If somebody cost you, Shannon Sharpe, millions of dollars,
yes,
do you want to be compensated for what they cost you for a lie and a rumor?
Yeah.
So at that time, I was making roughly between $2 and $3 million a year.
Right.
I sat in that for over a decade, like 12 years.
Right.
You do the math. Over a lie that he admitted that he told. Not something I'm making up. You admitted that, brother. How do you make that right?
I'm sure you got lawyers. Have you had a conversation?
Well, what happens is when you take somebody at their word, time time. We don't need to go to no lawyers, Tyler. You know what you did. Just make it right. And if he doesn't make it right, what will our community do? What will our community say? Because today it's me, tomorrow it's you. Then what?
Yeah.
We've got to hold him accountable. What Cat say? You got to tell Tyler Perry, come on now. You got to do it, Shannon. You got to tell him.
You got to tell it. Mo, obviously, when you do stand-up, you go to a lot of different cities, a lot of different clubs.
Yes.
It's a lot of different promoters. Has everybody always been on the up and up with Mo Nique, or did you try? Sometimes people try to take advantage. You're female, you're black, you're heavy.
You're not gonna say that like Mr. from Color Purple. You're black, you're ugly. You're not gonna do that, Shannon.
But you know, people would try to take advantage of anyone, but seemingly like us, their team were willing to take more advantage of us.
I've had to tell the promoters, call the police. Because either they're going to come get you or me.
They're trying to hold up on the money?
Call the police. Because, and this was like $75. Can you imagine? $75? Like, you know where we come from.
Yeah.
If somebody gets you for $25, that's a problem.
Yeah, for sure.
Imagine 25 million.
Yeah.
We've seen people lose their life for $25.
For sure.
Imagine somebody getting you for millions. How you supposed to feel? Would you let it go?
Nah, hell no. Nah.
Right. So when people say, Mo, just let it go.
Yeah, but it's easy for people to say let it go when they haven't lost anything.
Come on, baby.
It's easy to say.
Come on.
But when you've lost, how do you? It's kind of like you know, hey, someone should just get over it. You can't tell somebody how to grieve, how long to grieve, because you're not the one that's hurting.
They didn't do it to you. They didn't do it to you. It was done. And I will say this right now on your show. I still love y'all. We still love y'all.
You love Mo, they make it right.
My husband, okay, say that again because
you love y'all Mo, y'all make it right.
Yes, indeed. Okay, I fix him a pound cake. my husband would always say, Mama, we ain't calling nobody out. We're calling them up. And if we continue to call us up on our doings that are not right, we get better as a people. Like we get better. Do you know why things were able to happen like they happened on The Color Purple?
Why you think? Oh, you talk about the rebate. You talk about what?
I'm talking about the 7th one. Yeah. The one that just came out.
Right.
Right. Isn't that the 7th edition?
It's like the musical with Fantasia and Taraji, right?
Right, okay. right. That one with all our beautiful sisters.
Yes.
You know why they're able to treat us like they treat us? How are you handpicked in your audition?
No, if you handpicked, you don't audition.
I want you to say that again, Shannon, because people don't understand how deep this goes. When I watch my sister say it was an honor to be handpicked,
right?
Then why ever would you audition?
Yeah.
And the moment, in my opinion, the moment she auditioned, they knew we got them. We can treat them any kind of way we want to treat them. We can do them any kind of way.
But why would you want to?
Why?
Just because you can, that doesn't mean you should.
But they did. How do you handpick me and then mistreat me?
Yes.
And then I got to send a letter to you about the mistreatment that you gave me. That's why they're able to get away with it. That's why when I do interviews, oftentimes, or these conversations, people are too afraid to even address it because they don't want to be caught up like, oh, I don't know. When you say, wait a minute, no, that's the truth.
Right.
I heard it. And I don't want my character to be on the line as I'm being a person sitting there asking people about their lives, right, and then not be able to stand in what I've heard. Right. That's why it made so much of, it was important for us. It was important for us to get you that audio. I don't want you to take my word.
Yeah.
And anything I've said on this couch right now, that don't take my word. Ask those people.
Right.
And see what happens. And then maybe after this come out, they're gonna label me again. She's bitter. She's not loved.
Yeah. You got 30, 40 million of my dollars. Yeah, I'm bitter. The average person gonna be bitter.
Okay, I just want to look in your camera. Okay. And here's the thing, because I got a king at home, I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter.
You just want what's right.
We just determined.
Right.
Not life is too good to be bitter, but we're determined for you to take accountability.
Right.
That's all.
Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all sports, music, comedy, and theater events. With code Vegas, deal on tickets. Last minute baseball. If you find 10% time, just for one. Well, you still get nervous? If you
that woman stand to her feet, baby. Not like you. No. If she
go get a first 100 for $100 off big game ticket. Or if you're not going to the game, use code Shay Shay for $20 off your first purchase. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. When did Mo get a first big break in comedy?
The Apollo Theater. And the sister that stay out front that had the jerry curl, if she liked you, everybody liked you.
Right.
If she did not like you.
I remember that, the old lady. I remember that. If anybody remember watching Apollo, there was an old lady with a jerry curl with glasses on, sitting right there in the middle. You know what I'm saying? She was hysterical every year. She liked you, the whole crowd liked you. Anybody who remember that, leave a comment, man. For real though. That's how Apollo. She be an Apollo legend. Whoever that old lady is was an Apollo legend.
Nobody liked you. And when I saw that woman stand to her feet, baby,
good.
I was good. There were so many moments.
Were you nervous to go on Apollo? Because if you everybody know about the Apollo.
You're nervous every time.
You still get nervous to go
every time, baby. And not the nervous when you're scared. It's just that, like, oh, I get to do it again. Yeah. Like when you go out to the field, it's like, oh, it's that. I still get that. Yeah.
Wow. To hear you speak and to see like how passionate, you're a very, very passionate person about everything.
I love us. I love us. Like, when I say I love my people, Shannon. I love us. I love everybody.
Right.
But my people, I love us. So when I speak on things, it's not to drop shade, mess, or tea. I'm too damn grown for that. I'm 56 and a grandmother. Who got time for that? But I say it because will it make us better?
Right.
Will it make us come to the table and say, you know what do we really leave for the babies that's coming behind us? That means something to me. When I talked about them damn bonnets, let me tell you something.
Yeah, you said, hey,
I want to hear her go in on this right here because I agree with her on this right here. Women wearing bonnets out in public, that's so unattractive. I remember hearing about this right here. Let's get into it.
Hey, come on. Can we, like, when we come out the house, can we not have the bonnets on? Can we not have the pajamas on? Can we not have the house shoes going in
the whole damn Halloween costume? That's a Halloween costume that you wear on Halloween. And I am passionate about that because what is the representation that we're giving to the little girls that's walking behind you? What is the representation that we're giving to our Black men that's walking beside us? What is the reputation that we're giving? And when they would say to me, oh, Mo Nique, you don't know what they going through. We always been going through something.
Yes.
We was going through something when we got off the damn boat. We've been going through something.
True.
But once you lose the pride and the dignity of what you feel like you look like, then we've lost. So I wasn't backing down on that. It's like, no, y'all, we owe ourselves that. We owe ourselves that.
How hard is it for you to love some in the community when you know they don't love you back?
That's a good one, Shannon. Okay. That's a good one, because sometimes I'll be in the bathroom having conversations with the ones that don't love me back, but I still love them because I just know they're misinformed. We've been conditioned in such a way in our community to eat each other up and spit each other out. We've been conditioned. Well, I don't like her, and I love my people.
But why?
Why do I love my
No,
people?
no, I'm saying a lot of times for me, Mo, is that I don't take someone's word because you can only judge a person through personal experience.
Yes.
You don't know our audio guy. But to say, oh, Mo, I don't like him. And then for you to say, well, I don't like him either because Shannon didn't like him. You have no personal experience with him. So why would you dislike him? People want us to dislike somebody because they've had a negative experience with that said person.
And we buy into it. We buy into it. Because this one don't like her. And then you say, why don't you like him? This is one thing my husband said to me one time. He said, Mama, there's not a person on the face of this earth that I dislike. I may dislike what they do, but I don't dislike the person. And it took me a minute to understand it because I'm like, I don't like their ass. I don't like what they did. I don't like their ass. I don't like their mama. I don't like none of them. But he said, no, there are things you've done that I dislike, but I don't dislike you.
Right.
And once we can get past that, then we even grow to be better.
Right.
So what you're seeing right now, Shannon, is Mrs. Sidney Hicks, that my husband has set me down and had conversations with me and really taught me how to be a lady. Because people in this business know if you put me sideways, baby, you beat that boy over the head with that tray in the cafeteria, right? I will cuss your ass out in ways that they wish I beat him with a tray. And he had to say, Mama, they won't hear you.
Right.
They don't hear you. Once you go there. So he's had to teach me how to really be a queen.
Right.
Really know my worth, really understand my value. And I'm grateful for that. And I used to say to my husband, I wish I could put you in a bottle and shake you up and let Black women take a sip to know what it's like to truly be loved by a Black man that is a king. When I tell you, Shannon, it's a love that is unexplainable and unimaginable. That's why I can't be broken. And I say that humbly. I can't be broken because I got a king at home. I got a king right there that when all this shit went crazy, that man took me by my hands and said, don't you know we good? And I believed him. And right now to this day, I believe him. And when you have that type of strength, it's hard to bend over. You can't.
Right. You said that when you were at your lowest, he lifted you to your highest.
You better know your homework, baby. I'm proud of you. We got toast on that one. You better know your damn homework. I said that when I was at my lowest, he loved me like I was at my best. And I was mentally ill because you're in this business. Everybody thinks you are the hero. Consideration can be thrown out the window. Patience can be thrown out the window. Because when you get home, you believe that I'm the breadwinner. And what I say is what goes. And this is what it is. And this is my third marriage, though my first. Because this is the first time I've known my place as a Black man's wife. And there's a place. And we get so caught up in that word. What you mean your place? What you mean? Without him saying it, his actions showed me that he was the leader of that household. Without him saying it, I knew I was dealing with a king.
And he doesn't have to constantly remind you of it. He's
never. When we first got together, I sat at the head of that table. Comfortably. There was never a conversation about it. Till one day I knew I was in the wrong place. Wow. And I moved to the side of the table and he sat at the head. We never had a conversation about it. It just happened because it was supposed to. So when people question my husband and why is he there, you would hope you would have one like that. I remember our beautiful sister Tiffany Haddish did an interview with GQ magazine. And this, in my humble opinion, is where we keep throwing each other under the bus. You're doing an interview with GQ magazine, and I'm assuming the journalist was a white person. And the conversation turned to Mo Nique. And she said, well, I don't do business like Mo Nique do business, and I'm glad I don't have that husband of hers.
But she don't know your husband.
And when I saw that, it's like, Tiffany, if you had a husband like mine, you may not have 2 DUIs. If you had a husband like mine, you may not be caught up in what looks like you could have been grooming a child. And I say all of that with no judgment. But when you speak about having a husband like mine,
Monique's kicking straight facts now.
You open up the door. And I'm saying to you, if you had one like mine, you may not sit in these positions that you can't explain the next day.
Right.
Or it's a hard way to go. So once again.
Well, she doesn't even have a husband, let alone like yours.
Well, damn it. Now you said it. I sipped on that, Shannon. That was a sip. That required a sip.
You, Moesha. How did that come about?
Moesha?
Yeah. You had an audition for Moesha, right?
No, sir.
Hold on.
No, sir.
You didn't get on Moesha?
I did. I say this not to be, but I never auditioned.
What?
I've never auditioned. They've called. I think I thought I was auditioning for a Burger King commercial, but what it really was the agency I was with at the time, just trying to blow smoke.
Right.
You know, making me think I'm doing something.
Right.
But to audition, when I first came to Hollywood, I told this guy named, I believe his name is Mark Unray, and I told AJ Johnson, and I told a sister named Kimberly Brooks. I said, I'm not auditioning. And they was like, okay, like your fat ass. You not auditioning? Okay, fat ass. We'll see. That's what they did. They laughed. But I meant that. I'm like, what you see is what you get. I am not going to, especially now. Especially now, why ever would I audition when I've got the highest award that you can get in this business called acting? And why would I do that?
Right.
Because once I do that, I devalue me. If you can't look at my work and say, that's what we want, then no, thank you.
Right.
Like they'll call, they'll send emails and they'll say, what's Mo Nique availability? None of your business. I don't know you. So you're just going to send an email and want to know what's my availability. I'm offer only. I am offer only. So again, we got to be careful what we say yes to. What Sidney Poitier say? It's not how many times you say yes. It's how many times you say no. And the moment our baby auditioned, they got set up for no trailers. They got set up for no food. They got set up for no drivers, because now in their mind, they think you're desperate.
Right.
So when Oprah does the one-on-one with Taraji and she begins to run down her credits, the great Taraji P. Henson, then why ever would you allow the audition to happen? Why ever would you allow that? Why wouldn't you go to that studio and say,
she doesn't have to.
She doesn't have to. I handpicked them. So either our sister's not as powerful as we believe she is, or either there's not the concern that she tries to make it look like it is.
But you turn a couple of appearances on Moesha into the Parkers.
This is how the Parkers happen. Normally you shoot a pilot.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
And the pilot, they decide whether or not they're going to do the show from the pilot. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Countess Vaughn and I, when I go to a meeting with a guy named Larry Little at Big Ticket Television, and at the time my agent was a woman named Susie Unger. They're trying to sell a talk show.
Yes.
We have a meeting. He says, listen, I don't need her to do a talk show, but if she can act, she has her own show. My agent said, of course she can act. Well, she didn't know if I could act or not, but I said, damn it, of course I can act. They brought Countess Vaughn into that meeting. That was at 1:00. By that evening, they were negotiating the deal for Parkers. The way they introduced the character, because they always talked about Kim's mother on Moesha, they introduced Nikki Parker in an episode of Moesha, which was the pilot spinoff to the Parkers. There was never an audition. There was never any of that.
So now all of a sudden you got your own sitcom.
Shut up. Come on now.
You go home and you like, from Bmore, Maryland, from what I went through to this.
Yes.
Are you looking around like, damn it, I knew this. I knew this day was gonna happen.
Yes. 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 And you know how you know something as a child?
Mm-hmm.
Like, did you know you were going to play professional
Yeah, absolutely.
football? I knew it, Shannon. I knew it. Like, I knew as a child, and I say this humbly, I knew the world would know my name. Like, I knew that.
Right.
So,
all right, guys, there you go, man. We're gonna end it at that little point right there, man. Stopping point. That's part 2 of the Club Shay Shay interview with Mo Nique. I'll bring the rest of it to y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good one. Peace.